Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Brits face hot cross bun shortage this Easter as furious food producers ramp up fight against Reeves' tractor tax. A hot cross bun shortage is on the cards this Easter as farmers escalate their protests against Rachel Reeves. Furious food producers have vowed not stop transporting milling wheat that produces flour in their latest attempts to force the chancellor to scrap the tractor tax. It could lead to shortages on the supermarket shelves if production is ground down ahead of the spring holiday. It marks a major escalation in rolling protests against inheritance tax changes that family farmers say will put them to ruin. So far, the farmers have marched on Westminster and brought central London to a standstill, with scores of tractors lining Whitehall. Milling wheat is crucial for the production of bread, as well as the hot cross buns that could disappear from the shelves if the protest spreads. UK farms produced more than 14 million tons of the high-end grain last year, with more than 85% of wheat used in bread production domestically grown. Farming sources say they hope shoppers will be sensible and not panic by the Easter treats and other breads, but they would not back down in their opposition to the tax changes. Farm protest leader Ollie Harrison said, "Milling wheat is staying on farms. Farmers that grow milling wheat have gone on strike from April 1. They will not be loading any trucks with milling wheat, and we will probably run out of flour." So, if you're wondering why the shelves are empty, get on to your local MP and say you need to help these farmers out. You can't carry on putting them out of business. If there is rationing on bread and cakes and hot cross buns, it is the politicians' fault. It's not our fault. We can't carry on like this, or we won't be in business. This comes as Britain faces a hat trick of horrors with higher taxes, possible U.S. trade tariffs, and new regulation on businesses. Rachel Reeves and Sir Keir Starmer are scrambling to convince Donald Trump not to clobber us with crippling trade levies on April 2. The tariffs would drive up prices, wipe out growth, and send Labour's economic plans into meltdown. Just 4 days later, on April 6, the £24 billion national insurance tax hike comes into force, potentially devastating high streets. Meanwhile, the Workers' Rights Bill, which is currently being debated by Parliament, is also set to hammer firms with growth-choking red tape. Kemi Badenoch warned hat trick of horrors will lay waste to UK PLC. Writing in The Sun on Sunday, the Tory party leader said, "The Prime Minister needs to get a grip before this triple whammy of economic pain sticks our country in a doom loop of stagnant growth and unemployment." Business chiefs warned the triple blow will drive up prices and lead to a tsunami of job losses. Kate Nishalls, CEO of UK Hospitality, an umbrella group which represents pubs, clubs, and restaurants, said, "Businesses are being battered by decisions made in Westminster." The Labour government is already on the ropes on the economy. Earlier this week, the government's fiscal watchdog, the OBR, halved its growth prediction for the next year to a paltry 1%. But the grim economic picture is poised to get even worse this week. President Trump is threatening to slap tariffs of up to 25% on all countries that impose VAT on goods, including the UK. The PM and his team are in frantic talks with the White House to try to avoid the crippling levies, which come into force this Wednesday. If they fail, Britain's entire economic growth could be wiped out at one flick of Donald Trump's pen. This would send prices rocketing and could lead to heavy job losses. Downing Street insiders said talks will go down to the wire and could even carry on after April 2, which is being dubbed Liberation Day in the White House. No 10 does not believe a trade war is in anybody's interests. Ministers are in talks with the U.S. to try to avoid tariffs. Talks will continue through and after April 2. That is not the end of the negotiations. No 10 says all options are on the table, including retaliatory tariffs.